Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Fabs, or for the Italians out there, my name is Fabiano. So welcome here today. It's really nice to have you here. And on behalf of Gianpaolo and Katharina, I would like to welcome you. I'm sure you'd agree we have the most beautiful setting here, the most beautiful weather here at the Sanctuary Cove Chapel for our two lovers to tie the knot here. Gianpaolo and Katharina are extremely grateful to be able to share their special day with all of you, their favourite people. They'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming along to celebrate with them. A mention to those that have travelled all the way here from Italy, of course, the Philippines, the USA, and also those from interstate. Gianpaolo and Katharina would like to thank you all for the support that you've shown over the years, and they look forward to having you all involved in their future journey as husband and wife. Now today we'd also like to make a special mention and honour to those that have passed. Katharina's dad, Romeo, who is missed dearly today, but we know that he is here in spirit, watching over proudly with a big smile. I, Fabio Lizzo, as a marriage celebrant, am legally registered by law to solemnise marriage according to law. Before you, Gianpaolo Cariglia, and you, Katharina Ann Sanson Torres, are joined in marriage in my presence, and in the presence of these witnesses, I'm to remind you of the formal and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life. Now, marriage isn't just about putting on a beautiful dress or a nice suit, although you guys have done that really well tonight. Good job. It isn't just about having a big party, celebrating with friends and family, but let's all admit that's all part of the fun, isn't it? For Gianpaolo and Katharina, today is a celebration of their unity, and it marks the beginning of committing a life together, always and forever. They understand that their marriage will require respect for one another, support, honesty and communication, and of course an unconditional love with the blessing of God as the centre of their relationship. Deciding to join together in marriage is the ultimate expression of love. Marriage is a commitment to life. It's the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other relationship can equal, a physical and emotional joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A wife and a husband are each other's best friend, confidant, lover, teacher, listener, and of course, critic. Within marriage, happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, and commitment is stronger. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, and new ways of expressing a love that is deeper than life. So in marriage, you not only say that I love you today, but also I promise to love you for all of our tomorrows. So I'm going to touch on Katharina and Gianpaolo's love story. I'm going to go and stand over to the side here and leave you to focus on these two. Please don't focus on me while I speak. You can look at these two lovebirds up the front because it is all about them today, that's for sure. So Gianpaolo and Katharina first laid eyes on each other nearly 2 years ago when they first met at the Surfers Paradise Beer Garden of all places. Now it started with a formal handshake from Gianpaolo as he introduced himself to Katharina. And although it wasn't a case of love at first sight, there was an instant attraction and chemistry between these two, that's for sure. Katharina was drawn in to Gianpaolo as he was open and honest, and not just trying to impress her like all the other guys seemed to. He was a breath of fresh air, as she put it, and it was a bonus that he smelled good too. That was his aftershave, so good job. Plus, the other bonus factor was that he was handsome, and of course he still is, hey? Now as for Gianpaolo, well, he loved that Katharina was very intelligent, and he was intrigued by her, wanting to know more. He also liked that she was well dressed. Now that's a prerequisite for any Italian man, isn't it? He found her to be very charming and of course beautiful. So they got along really well as they sat there on the terrace getting to know each other for the next 3 to 4 hours over a couple of drinks. The conversation flowed, and so afterwards they decided to take a stroll along the esplanade, which led them to a first kiss on the beach. So it was the start of something pretty special for these two. Things moved quite quickly from there, with Gianpaolo meeting Katharina's mum within a month. So Katharina's mum liked Gianpaolo right away, but her first question was, is Gianpaolo Catholic? Katharina's answer was, does it really matter? Like, have a look at him, eh? Of course it matters a little. Now, as a couple, Gianpaolo and Katharina are adventurous. They love to travel. They enjoy their day trips to Mount Tambourine. Are always up for a coffee and a dessert, of course, somewhere, and try to make Sunday their date day. When at home, they love having a movie night on their favourite recliner with a blanket, chips, and hazelnut chocolate, of course, and a glass of wine. Now, Gianpaolo prefers to stay home more on the weekends, but somehow Katharina always manages to get him out of the house to go shopping. Some of their biggest highlights would have to be their road trip to Sydney, where Gianpaolo met all of Katharina's family for the first time, and of course their trip to Italy to meet Gianpaolo's family too was very special. They've bought a home together, which was great, except for the part where they had to buy furniture. So as Katharina likes to window shop, it took months to furnish the house, and Gianpaolo was dragged around every single furniture shop on the Gold Coast before they made their final purchase. A very patient man, I see. That's good. Now, the biggest highlight to date would have to be when they got engaged a week before Christmas Day last year. Now, Katharina had no idea that Gianpaolo was planning on proposing, and it all started with a little game when he hung jewellery boxes as ornaments on the Christmas tree. He told Katharina that he had some gifts for her on the tree, and when she opened them, they all had beautiful messages in them about how grateful Gianpaolo was to have Katharina in his life and that she was his forever. So after opening the boxes, he took Katharina out to dinner to La Luna at Marina Mirage. They were seated under a beautiful tree which they named Sagrado, and it was a perfect evening that got even better when the desserts arrived. Not just because of the desserts though. You see, Gianpaolo had organised with the staff to bring out the ring with dessert. So when the dessert plate came with sparklers, it had not just the 2 cakes they'd ordered, but a diamond ring too. Gianpaolo dropped down on one knee, and Katharina was so shocked. Tears of joy started flowing down her face. She didn't give him a yes straight away. She just started saying, no, no, no. Not because she didn't want to marry him, but she didn't want him down on one knee. She wanted him up at her level and to give him a hug, of course. So she eventually gave him a big yes, and they both laughed about the no, no, no part afterwards. It was the perfect night. And the best part was the waiter captured it all on video, so now they have that as a keepsake to watch over and over again in the future. And of course, it brings us here today to celebrate with all of you as witnesses as they declare their love for each other and say their I do's. Now, from today, as a married couple, Gianpaolo and Katharina are looking forward to a life full of love and happiness. They are excited to grow together and to continue to have lots of adventures and hopefully lots of trips overseas too. Sounds pretty good to me. What about you guys? You reckon that's pretty good? Should we get these two married now? What do you think, eh? I reckon that's a good idea. But before they say their I do's, I have a special reading now from Katharina's mum, Agnes, who will read a passage from the Corinthians, chapter 14, verses 4 to 8. So please join us up the front here.
From the Corinthians, chapter 13, verses 4 to 8. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
Thank you, Agnes. So now for the I do parts and the important bits where you get to promise your vows to one another. So let's start with the legal wording first. And Gianpaolo, if you could please repeat after me first of all. I call upon the persons here present.
I call upon the persons here present
To witness that I, Gianpaolo,
to witness that I, Gianpaolo,
take thee, Caterina,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
I call upon the persons here present.
I call upon the persons here present
To witness that I, Caterina,
take thee, Gianpaolo,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
So Gianpaolo, this one's the easy one. This is where you just have to say the I do, okay? Gianpaolo, do you take Caterina to be your wife? Do you promise to be faithful to her in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love her and to honour her for all of the days of your life?
I do, lo voglio. That's fine. Sì, lo voglio.
Caterina, do you take Gianpaolo to be your husband? Do you promise to be faithful to him in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love him and to honour him all the days of your life?
I do.
Now, Gianpaolo and Caterina have written their own personal vows today to take them into the next phase of their relationship, from being engaged to being married here today. And they've written them themselves, and I've got them here, although Lele's got yours first. I don't know if we've got enough time for him to read these. Maybe you could do that in the silence.
I'm just going to put this in.
Here's some shorter ones we prepared earlier.
Thank you. Ciao, baby panda. You have the rare gift of being able to make me happy with your presence alone. Not for what you do or give, but simply for the person you are. Presence is such a simple thing, and yet the most important of all. I love when you call me while I'm working, and we spend hours on the phone together. But what I love about this most of all is what you say when we speak. Things like, I want to hug you, I have to take you there, together, whatever happens. I know you like it and I got it. I'm waiting for you. Write to me when you're at home. I miss you. There are all ways of saying I love you without saying it. What matters is not how long we have known each other, but how you make me feel. What matters is that you just don't look at me, but actually see me, listen to me, support me, silence my fear, and make me smile even on dark days. If I'm here now in front of our family and friends, thank you again for coming and celebrating with us our special day. It's because you are the first person I want to see in the morning when I wake up, and the last person I want to hug at night before I fall asleep. I want and I need to be in your arms for a time that transcends between forever and eternity.
Take your time, man.
Did I say it?
Ciao, baby koala.
Ciao.
When I met you, I sensed a connection beyond love at first sight. It was more like a comforting familiarity. It was a gentle recognition that whispered, "Oh, hello, it's you. You're the one, amore mio." There was a certainty, a quiet understanding that our paths were meant to intertwine. It was not flashy, just a peaceful assurance that I am finally home. I love how you make me feel safe and secure every day. I love how you know me too well and that you laugh at my OCD impulses. I love how you take care of me and how you don't mind me being a princess. I admire how hardworking and selfless you are. I love how much you love your family. I love doing life with you. As we embark on this journey together, I promise to listen to your advice and occasionally take it. I promise to learn how to drive like Lewis Hamilton one day and swap with you on long trips. I vow to try my very best to spend our money wisely, starting tomorrow. I promise to love you more with each passing day. I promise to never let go of your hand. I will be your faithful partner, your loyal supporter, your strict lawyer, your devoted secretary,
Yes, thank you.
and your biggest fan. Prometto di esserti fedele nei momenti belli e brutti, nella salute e nella malattia. Ti amerò e onorerò tutti i giorni della mia vita. Sono tue per sempre. Ti amo, amore mio.
Wow, that was amazing. Now, it's the hardest part of their day is pouring their heart out to each other in front of all of you over a microphone, and they've just done it so well, and it was beautiful. And that is by far the biggest round of applause I have seen for the vows at the end of it. So well done, guys. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Should we exchange some rings now? What do you think about that? That's a good idea. So Gianpaolo and Katharina, I now invite you to exchange your rings. Now, your rings are precious because you will wear them with love, and they symbolise your commitment in marriage. So Maid of Honour Karen and Best Man Lele, they have the rings. So Maid of Honour Karen, please, first of all, if you can bring the rings up. You've got too many things going on there, haven't you? Maybe pop the bouquets down here, there. Yeah, thank you, Karen. And Lele, if you can please bring this one up. We just had a beautiful engraved box there that we had to make sure that Gianpaolo saw as well. So it's a nice moment from his beautiful wife. So Gianpaolo, if you can please repeat after me as you place the ring down onto Katharina's finger. Katharina, receive this ring.
Katrina, receive this ring. Katrina, ricevi questo anello.
As a sign of my love and fidelity.
As a sign of my love and fidelity, come segno del mio amore e della mia fedeltà.
In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit.
In the name of the Father, of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In nome del Padre, del Figlio e dello Spirito Santo.
Gianpaolo, receive this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Friends and family, today Gianpaolo and Katharina have declared their love to all of us, and that they will live together in marriage and take on the world standing side by side. They've done this just now by the exchanging of the rings, the taking of the vows, and most importantly, on behalf of all of you here today. So on behalf of you, their friends and family, in the presence of God and the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Gianpaolo, you may kiss your beautiful bride and make some noise, please.